what did I tell you about the view? So worth it. Look at that. I look pretty silly with my tiny backpack and my huge sleeping bag. I definitely don't have the proper gear for what I'm about to do, but it's gonna be worth it because I'm gonna be spending the night, a very cold night, in a beautiful, stunning spot up there in that mountain. So today I'm trying to make it up to Broken Top in the Central Cascades in Oregon. It's a beautiful spot where I've been to a couple times in the past. I've made one of my favorite images ever from up there, so I'm hoping to make even better images this time. The hike is not too bad. It's a 6-mile round-trip trail. The elevation gain is barely 1,200 feet, but it does get harder when you are carrying so much stuff. Just the sleeping bag is 8 pounds, so that's a lot of weight. But anyway, it should be an easy enough hike. In fact, the hardest part of the hike, in my opinion, is the road to the trailhead. Yeah, the road. I mean, calling this a road is very generous. It's more like a goat trail. It's probably not a big deal for big rigs, and indeed, every vehicle I saw out there was bigger than mine with much higher clearance. Yeah, it is. Good, how is yours?
Yeah, not bad. See any deer?
No, not yet.
So combine a smallish car with my almost zero off-roading experience and, well, you get this. I wasn't worried about getting stranded. This is not exactly a remote place, but I was definitely stressed about not damaging my car. I rely on this vehicle for work. It's also my home on wheels right now, and a big repair bill is the last thing I want to deal with at the moment. This is why your support means so much to me. Watching and liking these videos, subscribing to the channel, and especially joining my Patreon. It all truly helps keep projects like this going. In the end, it took me 45 minutes to drive 5 miles. But I made it to the trailhead in one piece, and that's all that matters. Oh, and talking about risks, you might notice it was very windy up there. Every time I set up the camera for a shot like this one, I was afraid it would fall and break. I guess it was quite a stressful trip. Happy to report there were no damages though.
Beautiful. It's sunny, but it's pretty chilly. In fact, I can't decide if I'm hot or cold, because when I'm going up I'm sweating and I'm hot, and as soon as I stop with the wind I get cold very quickly. That's so beautiful. I'm telling you, the view from up there is gonna be quite something. Yeah, most of the weight is just for the cold, because I'm gonna be camping at above 8,000 feet, and even though the forecasts don't have a lot of cold, don't have a very cold night, I don't truly fully trust that. I prefer to be cautious and bring more than I need than be without it. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so this is as good as it's going to get. This spot is kind of protected from the wind, which is awesome. And in any case, you can't camp by the lake. I don't know if that's something new. I remember that I camped very close to the lake 9 years ago. That's the last time I was here, and there were a lot of people camped even closer than me. to the lake, and I don't remember seeing any signs. Anyway, there are signs now, so I need to follow the rules. As I said, I brought a sleeping bag. I brought a bunch of clothes as well. I have another t-shirt, a sweater. I have pajamas, thick pajamas to sleep in under my hiking pants. I have thick socks. And that's about it. I have gloves and I have a hat, of course. When it comes to food, I only brought this. It's a chocolate bar, my favorite from Trader Joe's. I didn't want to, bring food and also deal with brushing my teeth up here because, again, I'm still doing the Invisalign treatment and it's a pain. I don't want to brush my teeth up here. And yeah, this should be enough to keep me alive up here for the 14 to 16 hours that I'm gonna be around. Oh, and I forgot, I also brought a bunch of toe warmers, again, just in case it gets very cold. I checked a few places online at different sources. They have contradicting information about the weather here tonight. Some sites say that it's gonna be 40 degrees overnight, which would be amazing, but I don't really trust it. Some other models I checked say that it could go down to 26, 27 degrees, which is much colder, so that's why I'm trying to be cautious. When it comes to the wind, some places say it's gonna be as low as 5 miles per hour. Other sites say that it can gust up to 30 miles per hour, which is a pretty big difference. And the wind is actually the thing that concerns me the most up here because, as I said, I've been here twice, and the second time I had already set up camp and I had to leave just before sunset because it was so windy. There was no way I was going to sleep at all that night. Hopefully it doesn't happen today, but yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go up to the lake and to the ridge to do some photography because it's gonna be 5 p.m., an hour and a half, hour and 45 before sunset, so the light is gonna start getting pretty amazing pretty soon. So much lighter now without sleeping bag, the tent, and a few more things. I haven't talked about camera gear, but I brought just the basics. A7R4 with the Tamron 28-200. I have the A7 IV with the 16-28, so that covers everything from 16 to 200. I brought my common 0Y tripod, mostly for the video. That's all I should need up here to make good images. Right there is the path, the trail to the ridge. What did I tell you about the view? So worth it. Look at that. You can see most of the Cascade mountains. Of course, we have Broken Top here. That first one right there is South Sister. I climbed that mountain some 10 years ago. Middle Sister, North Sister. We have Three Finger Jack, Mount Washington, Mount Jefferson, Mount Hood, and Mount Adams. Pretty incredible, even if a little bit too windy for my taste, but Oh, it's cold, but it's getting very beautiful right now. So we have a beautiful sunset here. The view. And on the other side, we have the full moon rising. It's freezing. Whew. It is so much better already down here. It was horrible on the ridge. It can't be that cold. We are probably in the high 30s, but this wind, the wind chill, man, is brutal. To be honest, I didn't have the best night of my life. It was not too cold, but it was windy, so it was noisy. Also, I didn't bring a sleeping pad, so the ground was pretty hard. But anyway, totally worth it to be here this morning. So sadly, the full moon is setting behind Broken Top much earlier than I thought. I couldn't do much with it because it's very bright. It's still an hour and 15 before sunrise and the landscape is very dark, so the contrast is huge. Also, of course, because the landscape in the foreground is in the shade of the moon, so yeah. I totally underestimated the time that it was going to take me to get up to the ridge. As you can see, it's pretty bright already. Still 25 minutes till sunrise, but I should have been up there by now. I'm pretty sure it's beautiful. I know, maybe another 5-10 minutes, and I'll try to go as fast as I can. It's super windy again. The sun is out and the window for photography is closing really quick. I don't think I can do much more up here. What a place. I hope you understand now why I had to come back, and I hope you understand why I need to come back again in the future.
and go back to Broken Top, I will. It's a great place for photography, but even without that, it'll still be worth visiting over and over. That view will always take my breath away. Now though, it's time to move on. There are so many other beautiful places out there waiting to be photographed.